everybody. Somebody asked me recently, what the heck is that uni in Unidata? You mean one data or what? Well, it comes from university, because we serve the university community to make data available, real-time data available to them. And there's basically 4 basic things that we do in Unidata, and so I'm going to try to go through those. We facilitate access to real-time weather data to the community. And we have satellite data, radar data, some model data, some examples, some station data, some profiler data. There's a few ways that we get this data out there. One of the main ones, and the one we've been doing for the longest, is our LDM IDD system, where we distribute real-time weather data to over 200 sites in the US and globally. And if they get all of that data, it's about 15 gigabytes an hour that they're getting. Of course, there's always new data, so we work with the data providers like Weather Service and others to get access to the data and so that we can distribute it to our users, the community. And you know, all this new data that comes online, it's never smaller, it's always bigger. So pushing it all out to them, that's just not going to scale in the long term. Though amazingly, the internet and computers keep growing, so I don't know. But the other way we deal with that is web services, putting all that data on a server or a number of servers in different places, and then making web services that people can use to pull just the data they're interested in for that, whatever they're looking at the moment. We used to call this DAP, and Open DAP there stands for Data Access Protocol. Now it's really cool to say web services, so that's what we talk about now. So we have these various ways that we get the data out there, all this real-time data. Well, we got to let the community, give them some tools to work with so they can use the data and do their research and their education. We have in-house developed tools as well as ones that were developed elsewhere, some at NASA and NOAA. And we have some that are for managing all that data, the data flow, the LDM, the web services, users being able to pull the data is the thread server. And NetCDF is for allowing people to write data to a standard format that they can then access later. Other data or other tools are for visualization and analysis. AWEPS 2 is the newest one we're dealing with, and it's from the Weather Service. It's for their forecast offices. It's designed for operational systems, and we're trying to get it so that we'll run on one small computer at a university, so that's kind of fun. We've always been doing open source. All of our software is free to the community, and most of it is open source. Nowadays, that's cool, and there's lots of new tools out there to do that. Some that help make it more transparent what's going on with the software, what's going on with the project. Others that make it transparent to us that other people are actually trying to assist in this. So that one chart over there was really, that's one of my favorite charts to show, but no time to talk about it today. So they have data, they have tools, so we make sure that they know how to use them and that we answer their questions. And one of the things we focus on is the developers who work on the code, support that software, and that gives them a really good impression of what the community wants and what they need. It also builds a lot of connections with the community, and the community is really happy with when they get really quality support. And so we also do training in-house. We have training every year. We also do some regional training. That's good because we get to drink beers together, again, building some community with all of our users. We have online training that we're also developing. And again, back to kind of why do we have the developers doing this? Well, developers like to do this. They like to develop new code. And so if they write good documentation and training and develop good training, then they don't have to answer as many questions. They get more time over here. So that's really, it really encourages them to do a lot of the things that developers generally aren't as excited about. But all of this comes together to help us build this community, help us grow the community and get them, so they're sharing data and tools that we're working with them on. They're also interacting with each other, and we're trying to bring those connections together as well to make the community feel tighter, smaller, and more engaged with each other so they can help each other do cool stuff and learn and grow. So I just missed that whole slide, but engaging with the community, I guess I said a bunch of the words on it. We support the community. We advocate for the community in terms of finding access to new data and stuff like that. One of the great things for some of us on the technical side, we get to stay on top of new technologies and spend time doing that. So that's really fun because we can give that back to the community. Of course, a lot of that comes from them too. So it's really a team effort. So go team.
Sure.